Hey, what's up, guys? It's Alejandro here, and I know stuff looks different. Desk is right here. It's been right there, then it's right there. Now it's like right here. Like kind of in the same spot it was, but not really. And the quality of the video is kind of different from last time. Like, what happened there? This is the thing I used to record my videos on, and now this is the thing that I'm recording my videos on, and that's what this video is all about. This new iPhone 13 Pro. Let's talk about it. So if you remember from my vlog, you remember me saying that I don't like the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Well, my mom and my brother got one, and I did try it out outside the store to get like a full final impression on it. And I still don't like it because I don't know. I know it's a big phone and all, but it feels like really big. And I guess it's because it's thicker and because it's not really rounded anymore. It's more flat, and it's a different kind of feel. But like, I know there's people out there that actually like the new big phone. It's more of like a preference thing, really. My phone is not really big, but it's not really small either. It's kind of like in the middle. It works for me, and it feels more comfortable for me. I always felt that the iPhone 13 Pro Max is just really uncomfortable, and I still hold on to that to this day because I know what it feels like, and I just don't like big phones. However, I have noticed that some people that did buy the iPhone 12 Pro Max or 13 Pro Max have been complaining about it as well. They are the same size, but like before the iPhone 12 Pro Max, the iPhone 8 Plus was originally the biggest iPhone, and it's only slightly bigger than the iPhone 11 Pro Max. However, the 11 Pro Max is thicker and heavier, but I'm talking about length versus width. It feels mostly the same. I don't really notice a difference between the 7 Plus and 11 Pro Max. But when you get to the 13 Pro Max, I can feel the difference. It feels bigger and heavier, and 11 Pro Max is thicker and heavier, not necessarily bigger in length and width, but well, it is heavier than my 7 Plus because it's stainless steel. 13 Pro Max is only taller than this phone, not really wider. It's like the same width, but it's just a bit taller, but it still feels bigger because it's flat. There are some pretty crazy camera features. The best one, in my opinion, has got to be macro photography. I've been playing with that feature so much. Here's some pictures. Alright, so there's also other features like cinematic mode, raw mode for pictures, and ProRes. I'm probably not going to use any single one of them, but cinematic mode kind of looks like a portrait mode, but in video, but apparently it's going to be used in movies, and it probably already has been used in movies, or at least the little demonstrations in the keynote. I don't know, but I'm probably not going to use it for any time soon. Maybe if I wanted to, I could probably use it for my silent film project in my college class. And for raw photo, I don't really notice a lot of difference, neither with ProRes. But what I do notice is that the file size is a lot bigger. I'm talking 200 times the size. I don't know exactly what's the difference. Apparently it's like it's a bit more color accurate. You kind of have to look really deep into it, but like it's a different kind of codec. It's not the same codec. There are two different codecs. I mean, you might not use it right away, but it's there whenever you need it. So no home button, not necessarily a new thing. I mean, it's been on the iPhone for about 5 years already, but I lived life a bit differently. Of course, my phone had a home button still. It's a 7 Plus, so I actually didn't have a problem without the home button because like I've used several iPhones in the past, mostly from the store, but I have used a iPhone 11 Pro Max, which is literally my mom's iPhone 11 Pro Max. I've used it very briefly. I can't daily drive somebody else's device. What do you think I am, huh? I'm used to it. It's not really a big problem, but back then, they had to like adjust to it. But I wasn't ready to go, man, because I've played with so many iPhones already. It's nothing new to me for a guy who never owned an iPhone without a home button until August 20th. Another crazy thing is the LiDAR sensor. Now, I'm probably not going to use it that much, but I did use it to 3D scan my mom's car. Didn't really turn out that good. If I put more time in it, it would have definitely been better. You can also use it in augmented reality apps, such as a pre-installed measuring app. Measuring will be like a lot more accurate. LiDAR sensor is pretty crazy. You can detect light and ranges. And if you're getting new furniture for your new house or your current house, you can use it to see what a new furniture would look like in your home. Make sure it fit, of course. The best part is that the iPad Pro 4th and 5th gen actually have the same kind of technology as well. And LiDAR obviously wasn't invented by Apple, like come on. LiDAR technology has been used in planes, helicopters, of course far more advanced because they make a lot more use out of it. The person buying an iPhone isn't flying a freaking plane, alright? We're just using a phone as, you know, a daily driver to get through the day. It's not like that kind of LiDAR. It's still useful for iPhone users and iPad users, so it's all good. Another thing is the 120 hertz display. It is freaking amazing. I would say that I can't really go back to 60, but like the monitor I have right here and the laptop that I'm using to edit the video, it's 60 hertz. So, you know, I'm pretty much forced to use it, so I'm kind of used to it already. I'm not crazy about refresh rate, but it's nice to have, you know. So a question you might be asking, why'd you buy this iPhone so late? Well, because I've had too many problems with this phone and I'm not gonna hold on to it another month. So basically, you know, I was having serious battery issues. Like, it was so bad. Couldn't even last a minute without being plugged in. And my previous video, I had the phone plugged in the entire time. I had to keep it plugged in or else it would die. I don't know if you can see this, but the display is like kind of separated from the phone, which is not good if I'm not using the case because I could potentially cut myself on accident. And I did try to get a battery replacement. I'm a future storytime video coming soon. Yeah, I tried to get a battery replacement. I couldn't get it, but it was like the final month that I had the phone where it really got bad. It died at 100% fully charged, which is just frustrating. And did I mention that this phone will not be getting iOS 16? That's another big problem because it could be a security risk. Well, it will be a security risk. Or maybe Apple wants you to think it's a security risk. Or maybe it is and you should just take their word for it. Even with iOS 16 outside of the picture, this phone was pretty bad, alright? iOS 16, if it had iOS 16, it would have probably killed it even further. So, you know, maybe it's a good thing that they killed it off. And, you know, they didn't really have a choice, to be honest. I mean, it's a 6-year-old phone. It's already more than half a decade old. So you gotta understand, guys, that iPhones will not last forever. You know, you're gonna have to get a new phone at least every 2 to 3 years. Or maybe if you're really good, you can hold on to it for 4 or 5 years and maybe still get some software updates. But iPhones will not last forever. I was lucky that I got this phone at the right time so I could do an iOS 16 review coming soon. I mean, like the final release of iOS 16, not any beta versions. I'm not doing that. I wanted to do a review on the final iOS 16 version, so that will be coming soon. Alright, so there is one little problem with the phone. It's the telephoto camera. If you notice, a lot of people have been complaining about it, and I can see the frustration. I totally understand. People have been saying that it looks like a painting, a watercolored painting. It's Apple's processing. Like, they try to make it more smoother to get rid of the noise, but it just turns out that it just doesn't look good in some cases. But sometimes, you know, it works, but sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of annoying. And, you know, I mean, like, try reading this. You can't. So, you know, I hope Apple does improve their telephoto camera and, you know, next iPhone, or maybe they could do it in a software update because they're doing processing. It's processed image. They could probably do something about that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they do. All right, I'm just some kid. You know, either they might fix it on the next iPhone or maybe the next update. We will see. And I'm not saying that this phone is the worst. You know, I mean, this phone is freaking amazing, but every phone does have its own flaws, and not every iPhone that you upgrade to is going to be the best thing. I mean, it will be the best thing ever for a while, but it's not going to be flawless. Nothing is flawless. Everything has a flaw, at least one flaw, and that's just the truth. So, in conclusion, this upgrade was worth it. Best upgrade I've made since 2016. I'm serious. So, what phone do you have? You probably have an Android phone. That's cool. Like, what phone do you guys have? I want to see what y'all say in the comment section. And I will have an iOS 16 review coming soon, and an iPhone 14 keynote review. The review of the keynote, not the actual phone, because I'd buy it, but I can't really afford that because I already spent money on this thing. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.